If you grew up in the States, chances are high that your first real taste of recoil came from a bolt gun. There is something about the mechanical simplicity of a manual action that speaks to the soul of American gun culture. Whether you are sitting in a freezing tree stand in Michigan or glassing a ridgeline in Montana, the bolt-action rifle is the gold standard. It puts meat in the freezer. It puts trophies on the wall. And for a lot of us, it is the tool that taught us responsibility. Today, we are going to run through a list of the heavy hitters in the hunting world. We are talking about the actions that have stood the test of time. The platforms that have been carried mile after mile through the toughest terrain this country has to offer. If you appreciate steel, wood, and ballistic precision, you are in the right place. The Winchester Model. 71st up on the bench is a platform that needs zero introduction. The Winchester Model 70. This thing has been stacking whitetails since 1935. Enthusiasts often call it the rifleman's rifle, and honestly, that title is well earned. This is not just a firearm, it is a direct descendant of the guns that tamed the frontier, like the Model 1873. But where the Model 70 really shines is in the action. The pre-64 style action utilizes a massive, non-rotating Mauser-style claw extractor. That means you get controlled round feed. As soon as that round leaves the magazine, the extractor grabs the rim and does not let go until you eject the casing. That is a feature dangerous game hunters bet their lives on. Whether you are running a classic woodstock with that beautiful checkering or a modern synthetic setup, the lockup is bank vault tight. Winchester has kept this old warhorse relevant too. In 2018, they started chambering it in 6.5mm Creedmoor, proving that you can teach an old dog new ballistics. I have seen guys put thousands of rounds through a Model 70 action. The zero holds. The barrel harmonics stay consistent. It is just a tank of a rifle that refuses to quit. The Ruger American Rifle. Now maybe you do not want to drop a mortgage payment on a rifle, but you still need to hit a quarter at 100 yards. Enter the Ruger American. When Ruger dropped this line back in 2011, they completely disrupted the budget rifle market. Before this, budget usually meant sloppy tolerances and gritty triggers. Ruger changed the game. These rifles are lightweight, making them perfect for humping up and down mountains all day. But the magic is in the bedding. Ruger uses an integral bedding block system they call power bedding that locks the receiver into the stock. Combine that with a cold hammer-forged barrel that is free-floated, and you have a recipe for serious accuracy. They also included the Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger. You can tune that pull weight right where you want it, usually between 3 and 5 pounds. Chamberings? You have got everything from the Lord's caliber, 30-06 Springfield, down to the coyote-busting .223 Remington. And the street price usually hovers around $400. For a rifle that shoots sub-MOA groups out of the box, that is an insane value proposition. If you need a truck gun that works every single time you pull the trigger, the Ruger American is a solid bet. The Remington Model 700. We cannot have this conversation without talking about the most popular bolt-action footprint on the planet, the Remington Model 700. Since 1962, this action has been the standard by which all other push-feed actions are judged. There are over 5 million of these things in circulation, and for good reason. It is the small block Chevy of the rifle world. You can customize every single pin and spring on this gun. The heart of the system is what Remington calls the 3 rings of steel. Here is how it works. The bolt face surrounds the cartridge head, the barrel surrounds the bolt head, and the receiver surrounds the barrel threads. That creates a layer of steel on steel that contains chamber pressure incredibly well. It is so strong that the U.S. military adopted the Model 700 action for the M24 sniper weapon system. Later on, they upgraded those same actions to the M2010 enhanced sniper rifle. They took long-action receivers originally built for 7.62 NATO and rechambered them for the powerhouse 300 Winchester Magnum. If that does not prove the durability of this receiver, nothing will. For the civilian shooter, that means you are buying an action capable of bench rest accuracy right off the shelf. The Browning BAR. Let's switch gears to the semi-auto side of the house, the Browning BAR. Now, do not confuse this with the M1918 BAR that our grandfathers used to lay down hate in World War II. This is the sporting evolution of that concept. The modern BAR is a gas-operated autoloader, designed specifically for hunters who need a fast follow-up shot. It feeds from a detachable box magazine, usually holding 3 to 4 rounds. You can get this in flat-shooting cartridges like .243 Winchester or 7mm Remington Magnum. But where it gets interesting is the Safari models. They chamber this semi-auto in .338 Winchester Magnum. Usually, touching off a .338 in a bolt gun is a shoulder-bruising experience. But the BAR's gas system soaks up a significant amount of that recoil impulse. The rifle comes in just over 8 pounds, which is remarkably light for a semi-auto Magnum. It balances well, swings fast, and gives you that instant second shot capability if you are hunting dangerous game or trying to double up on hogs. It is a seamless blend of John Browning's genius and modern hunting ergonomics. The Weatherby Vanguard. Finally, let's look at a rifle that brings premium performance without the premium price tag. The Weatherby Vanguard. Roy Weatherby founded his company in 1945 on the principle of high velocity and flat trajectories. But not everyone could afford the flagship Mark V action. So, in the 60s, Weatherby partnered with Hoa Machinery out of Japan to build the Vanguard. Do not let the budget label fool you. The Hoa 1500 action used in the Vanguard is legendary for its smoothness and tight tolerances. It uses a one-piece forged bolt with gas vent ports and a fully enclosed bolt sleeve for safety. It features a modernized M16 style extractor that provides positive extraction every single time. But the real selling point is the accuracy guarantee. Weatherby guarantees these rifles will shoot a 3-shot group, measuring .99 inches or less at 100 yards with premium ammo. That is sub-MOA, right out of the box. The 2-stage match trigger is crisp, clean, and breaks like a glass rod. You can get this in 16 different calibers, all the way up to the massive .375 H&H Magnum. It is a working man's Weatherby that shoots like a custom rig. So, there is the rundown. From the controlled round feed of the Winchester Model 70, to the battlefield DNA of the Remington 700, and the modern efficiency of the Ruger American. These are the tools that keep the American hunting tradition alive. Each one of these rifles has earned its spot in the safe through decades of muddy boots, freezing mornings, and filled tags. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a favor. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next upload, and head down to the comments section. I want to know what you are carrying this season. Is it a beat-up heirloom passed down from your dad, or did you just pick up something new? Let me know. Stay safe, shoot straight, and I will catch you guys in the next one.